had problems with the platform, and you didn't get the posture course. I will try to actually cover both today. So I will start with the posture. Please, I want to excuse myself because I've been since 9 in the morning. I was examining students, and I finished like 15 minutes ago. So if there's something that you don't understand, please let me know. Okay. So as we all know, posture is the position in which we hold or carry our bodies while standing, sitting, or lying down. These are the basic actions that we do several times per day. And this idea of posture is referring to that correct position, anatomically correct position, when your spine is aligned with the head, shoulders, and hips. You know, the spine, and we have the shoulders and the hips, you know, and the head up here. The question is, are we doing all these actions that are so normal, and we, you know, it's like a routine that we actually perform every day, several times per day? Are we performing them correctly? And if we analyze how does the body behave while executing basic corporal actions, we will discover that most of the time our body does it wrong, because it's really easy to imprint in the body wrong postures because of the fatigue, because we are always in a hurry, because so many factors, external factors. We forget to think about how we stand, how we sit, how we lay down, how we walk. So we always forget that, because these are basic actions that actually we do as a routine. To correct them, it just takes you know, some time to pay attention to how you perform those actions, and try to actually you know, recover the correct position, to recover the right posture. So that means that we actually have to be actively aware all the time, or at least from time to time, to remember to check out if we are sitting straight, if we are walking right, and to have this until the good habit is imprinted back in the body, to check it permanently. We talk about good posture and bad postures, or a poor posture. The good posture, it refers to having a neutral spine while your muscle groups, joints, and ligaments are aligned in a way that reduces stress on them, on the joints and ligaments and muscles, and keeps the body flexible, and reduces fatigue and helps maintain the natural balance of the body.
Anushka, привет.
Okay, physically, a proper spinal alignment means that your muscles and bones are in balance, and this good posture actually is protecting your body against injuries or stress that might cause degeneration of muscles or joints. It helps your body work more efficiently in keeping you upright against the force of gravity. So good posture involves training the body to stand, walk, sit, and lay down. So as the place, as to place the least strain on muscles and ligaments while you are moving or performing, like, I don't know, weight bearing activities. If you lift something heavy from the floor, you know, if you are doing it right, the risk of injuries is decreasing. Good posture opens the path toward an efficient and aware corporal action that will not harm your body and will not exhaust your energetic resources. As I told you when we first met, is really important to have this efficient way of moving, or standing, sitting, lying down. When the corporal actions are executed correctly, and that means not involving more muscles than necessary for a specific action, movement, or normally a basic action or movement, the energy is recycling, and the body can function for a longer period of time without experience the fatigue sensation, which leads to a better control over the body and to a better coordination and resistance in time. So putting back in your body the good habits, the good posture, you will see that the body will resist more. You know, the fatigue sensation will appear less and less. Of course, when we are really tired after a really hard day, well, yeah, we know that it's time to go to bed and to relax and sleep and recharge our batteries. But this will help you, if you are aware of how your body moves, this will help you to reduce the stress in your body and also the fatigue sensation. On the other side, a bad posture is so common, and it means that your posture is out of this anatomic alignment. That can affect your appearance, because this is the reason actually why we talk about this, you know, because a bad posture, it will affect, first of all, or we can spot it first of all in the appearance of the body. And in a second I will give you some examples so you know what I'm talking about. But it also affects your self-confidence and the general well-being. You know, some of these effects could be, you know, muscle or joint strain when you feel pain in the muscles or joints. Also pain in the neck, head, or back pain, and possible injuries during exercise, work, or other activities. And that's valid from the smallest activities, the easiest activities, to the heavy lifting ones. So probably you've heard by now some very common examples of bad posture. First is kyphosis. You know, when our upper back here, this curve, you know, and on the thoracic spine, it is bent more than actually the natural curve of the spine. You know, actually, I will share with you the video, but just to pass through this, and then we'll talk more about it. So this is called hunchback. Of course, we are not talking about the clinical injuries. You know, the a spine that is medically damaged. We talk because this, you know, the kyphosis, the lordosis, and all this, they are actually we could start to develop because of the bad posture. You know, if we sit on the desk all the time, you know, and our back is always curved more than necessary, it's more likely that our spine, it will start to bend and bend and bend, and at the end we cannot correct it if we are not aware to actually keep the upper body upright. For example, like now when I'm sitting, you know, actually it's a new we also have a new type of deforming posture, which is called text neck or phone neck, because all the time when we are using our phone, we have the tendency to bend the head, and all the time we stay like that, checking our phone. So this could transform in an injury that it could become a permanent deformation of the spine. Also, and here you have some practical tasks. Actually, I put it. Hopefully, you will have this. I don't know. Do you have access to the written course?
Yes, we do.
You have, okay, because you'll see after every example, you have a practical task to check yourself in the mirror and to check your posture and to see if you notice some of those things that we are talking about. For example, for kyphosis, is the practical task is face the mirror and check if the back of your hands, the knuckles, are facing forward. That means that if you look in the mirror and your arms are naturally like that, it means that your shoulders are rolled over in front. So that means that your spine has more pressure than it should have. So just relax the shoulders and bring your hands along your body, just parallel. The palms should face, the body side to side. Okay, so that means that you already have a weak spine, upper spine muscles, and therefore a bad posture. We also have lordosis or sway back when the hips and pelvis tilt forward in front of your body midline. When your buttocks are facing backwards, and that means that you look like you're leaning back when you are standing up, with your stomach and your rears sticking out. And sitting for prolonged periods can cause sitting on a chair for a longer period could cause this lordosis, and that means that this position will weaken your abdominal and gluteal muscles, the abdomen and the muscles on our buttocks. And also if you normally have this deformed spine in this direction, it may cause back pain that affects the ability to move, also increases the risk of developing back and hip injuries and other musculoskeletal injuries, such disc degeneration. And we talk about, the disc and the vertebrae in the spine. We also have flat back, when our lower back is flat, it's straight instead of being a little bit curved. And also you have a practical task to check yourself in the mirror, and if you recognize in your body one of the bad postures described above, just try to reposition your posture and analyze what is happening in your body. Try to balance your body to bring back, the normal, the natural alignment. And also have other posture that are common because of prolonged sitting. We have what in English is called slouching and slumping, but slouching is the most common. When you sit in a chair that has a back support, the tendency is to just let our weight, the body weight, to lean against the back support, which means that all our weight, instead of being aligned with our hips, the spine being aligned with our hips, the spine, the under thoracic part of the spine is getting all the weight of the upper body, and also goes to that will also make you bring your shoulders, roll your shoulders in front, and your spine will look like that, instead of being in the normal position. And also when you have a long time, you spend a long time standing, you'll see that sometimes some of us have the tendency to move the weight on one leg or another, on the right leg or left leg, which, leaning on one leg may feel comfortable, but is placing excessive weight and pressure on only one side of the lower back and hip. And the core muscles are not working properly to keep you upright. So, this could bring, like scoliosis when the spine is, on side to side is just moving, is doing like that, like that. Because all the weight, instead of being supported by the core muscles, which means all the muscles that we have in the pelvic area, is gonna be supported by other parts of the spine. Also, if we talk about walking is such a natural way of moving, and we do this really often. But I don't know how many of you ever thought about how they walk. If you ever thought about how you walk, if especially when you are tired, because when we are tired, we tend to forget all this and have a sloppy body and leave all the weight on our legs and other parts that are not designed to support this. So the normal walk is when, of course, our upper body is aligned, our spine is aligned with the shoulders, hips, neck, everything, and we roll our feet, from heel to toe. When we step, just make sure that you roll your feet, roll down from heel to toe. Because this will actually make you travel between the steps and support your weight without losing the control over your action. And also, of course, it's safer for the joints and for the muscles. So also you have a practical task here to become aware of your everyday habits that may affect how you stand, sit, walk, and lie down. And that means to pay attention. It means to be mindful of what you are doing on your daily activities. So the practical tasks for that is to look yourself in the mirror and to check out how is your body moving, or how are you standing, if you have all those signs of bad postures. and try to somehow to to recuperate your body, to recover your normal aligned position, because that would mean that you will spend less energy performing those simple tasks. You'll have a healthier body, and also it will your body, it will be functional for a longer time. So we were talking earlier about the fatigue sensation, and the practical tasks are about that. Check yourself in the mirror, be aware of how you walk. Yeah, you can do that every time, if you're at home or you're walking on the street. Just pay attention to how you walk, and also observe the people around you. Observe the people around you, how they walk, because you'll notice that some people, they are initiating the walk from their shoulders, so their upper body would be leaned forward. You'll see that some people are initiating the walk from their knees. That means that the body is going to be backwards, outside the center. And it's really interesting to see how people walk, or how people actually behave while, if they are in a hurry, if they are aware of how they walk, aware of what they do. So how to improve, your body actions and increase efficiency, because actually we talk about efficiency. Our movement, our body has to move efficiently, because if we lose the efficiency, our body is going to be hard to carry. We have a weight, I don't know, from 40 kilos to 80, 100 kilos. And if the body is not well placed, it's going to be very hard, and you will get exhausted sooner than normal. So how to improve, what to do to improve your body actions? Become aware of your body actions and how to perform these actions. So be attentive. Pay some attention, at least for during this module. If you do this every day for this 1 week and a half, you'll observe some things about your body movement that you didn't know you are doing, or I don't know, probably everything is in the place, and you just pay attention to your body. Corporal awareness, because we talk about this awareness, is an internal consciousness about the relation between body, space, and movement efficiency. Because the body is moving through space, either in our everyday life or in a performative situation. We have to be aware. Because that means that when we are aware of the space, we are aware of the movement of the body, and to have an efficient movement, we are actually, our body becomes more coordinated. It becomes easy to sustain, and it's easier to communicate when our body is in its right anatomic position, and you have to think only on what you deliver, not that you have strain on your muscles, that you have your body is heavy and it's hard to support, to sustain. Also, you have to be aware of how your body moves efficiently in relation to space. You also have to pay attention to your actions, like stand straight and tall with your shoulder relaxed and pull back slightly, and when you do that, this is actually, now we are going to the what it means to a good posture. And this is standing straight and tall you know, to feel that you lift your weight from your legs, with the shoulder relaxed and pulled back slightly, not too much, just slightly, so your shoulders are facing, you know, side to side. And also maybe it will help you if you think about an invisible string that on the top of your head that actually is pulling you towards the ceiling, you know, upwards. The normal standing position, so your body will be comfortable, is to have your legs parallel, you know, your feet parallel or slightly leaning inwards, and the distance between your legs should be approximately the hips width, you know, the distance between your hips, that should be the distance between your legs, not open toward the outside, or the feet put together tightly. When we walk, it's good to have our knees a little bit bent, you know. That doesn't mean that we have to have our knees like really bent, but a little bit, just to absorb the shock, you know, when you step. The stomach should be tucked in, so the abdominal muscle should work almost all the time. The head level should be not leaning forward, you know, should be, you know, the ears should be above the shoulders, not leaning forward, but here on the same line. Okay, and now for the people who are actually spending a lot of time sitting, you know, you have to choose a chair that's actually comfortable, and that means that while sitting, you should keep your feet firmly planted on the floor, so the chair is not too tall or not too low, just to have like a 90 degrees angle on your knees, on the back of your knees. Also, it's good to actually configure your workspace in a method that you don't have to, you know, to be always with your upper body supported by the desk, you know. Also keep your I don't know, your computer, your laptop, keep it on your eye level, or a little slightly lower, but not very low. I mean, if you stay too high, that means that your head is always gonna point towards the desk. If you are staying too low, it means that, you know, your head is going to be always like that. So try to arrange your workspace to be comfortable. For me, for example, I gave up to chairs, and I'm using this because that keeps me aware all the time. And I, you know, not to slouch, not to relax too much, but to be always, you know. And I'm at work right now. I'm in my office, and I do prefer, you know, to be active and to be aware of my body instead of slouching on a chair and probably fall asleep. Okay, there are some other things that you can find it in the written course. And now the home assignment, it's I would like you to complete the practical tasks, which are not very hard to do. It's just a little bit of observation that will not take too much time, and to analyze the changes produced in your body when you try to recover your correct position, your good posture. If any, probably some of you don't have this problem, but it is good to think about it. Actually, your assignment is to realize a video recording of you talking about this experience and showing what you've discovered and how you think you can improve your corporal habits. Just observe yourself and then think a little bit about it, and then put it in this recording. For example, I was looking in the mirror and I realized that actually my chin is always facing forward and it's always up. Of course, it's not such a big deal. You don't need too much knowledge to feel that your cervical spine is not comfortable in this position. So if you try to come back to the normal position, and then talk about it, or whatever you discover about your posture. If you have one shoulder upper than the other one, it's also this could and this is very common because for us as teachers, we always carry something. We always have a bag with a laptop or 2 laptops and I don't know, so many things, books, papers, and this is also a very good observation. Be aware on how your body reacts, because sometimes when we carry a bag, we have the tendency to pull up the shoulder and to strain all this part of the body, and then in time one shoulder will be upper than the other one, or we might have the tendency to to compensate and to and because of the weight, we'll have the shoulder that we carry the bag, it will go under the other shoulder, and we have a predilect part, a predilect hemisphere of the body. Because if we are right-handed, the tendency is to put the bag on the shoulder, on the right shoulder. If we are left-handed, the tendency is to put it on the left shoulder. But it's good to change, to always alternate, even if it doesn't feel comfortable. But it's good for your body, because if you alternate, when just feel when it's too much, feel when your shoulders are tired, and place it on the other one. You will see that you actually realize that we have those other muscles, on the back and here on the thoracic part, that actually compensate. We always have the opposite part that's actually compensating for the weight that we carry on the other side. So this would be like common things that actually happens on daily basis, and observe all these things, and realize this video of you talking about this experience and showing what you discovered and how you think you can improve. So the duration would be the same. All the videos should be the same, between 45 seconds and 60 seconds, not longer than 1 minute. And this is an assignment that actually you have to submit it on the 10th. Or if you want to submit it early, just do it. But you don't have to hurry. Just take a time, a day or two to actually observe your body. I want to know if you have some questions, so we move forward to the breathing course.
Yeah, I would like to ask a few questions,
Please do.
if you don't mind. The first question that I would like to ask is related to memory. Our muscles have memory, right? And I am aware, for example, of my problems that I have, but I keep, because my posture, let's say, hasn't been set in the right way, I keep forgetting about it. And for me, although it is the wrong way, right, it is more comfortable to either slouch or hunchback, have this hunchback. And how to fight this, because I forget about it. And another thing that I've noticed is that it is difficult to keep, for example, your body in the right posture. Because probably the memory of my muscles is different, and they have already, how to say, got used to standing or sitting in a certain way. So how to overcome this, how not to forget? You, for example, give us a tip with that seat, right? So do we all need to buy a similar object to sit on? And what about walking?
You don't have to buy a Pilates ball, but only if you want to. But you have to find first of all, you have to acknowledge, and you did, and this is really good, that actually it is a problem with your workstation. But to imprint the good habit in your body, you have to train your muscles. Because you said that you feel comfortable the way you are now. It's just an impression. On long term.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I have backaches. I agree with you. I have backaches, and I had classes, online classes on Friday and Monday, and already I have neck aches. So probably I'm suffering from text neck as well, because I've already put another box here for my laptop, but I realized that I was looking like this, and probably my neck was also just in the wrong position, and that's why the pain in the neck started.
Yes,
exactly. So I agree that
just observe. And when you feel, because our body is always our body is very clever, and it's always attentioning us, it's always giving us signals. And when we get these signals, we have to do something to improve, because our body, if our body is signaling us that something is not right, and we say, yeah, it's okay, no problem, that would become an injury in time. We will injure our spine, our neck, our joints, our body in general. But you have to change, and this is actually a very good idea. If you feel that you always the direction of your look is going downwards, yes, find something to put your laptop or iPad or whatever at the level of your eye, so you don't have to you don't have to stay like that all the time, or stay like that all the time, And also very important, you have to take breaks. I know when we are doing classes, especially online, it's weird to, but if you have, like, I don't know, 3-4 hours, for example, I used to have on the first lockdown, I was even 6 hours with my students on Zoom. But
your microphone is on.
Աննաջան, ձեր միկրոֆոնը միացված է եւ ամեն ինչ մենք լսում ենք, խնդրեմ անջատեք. I'm sorry for Armenian, I had to say it. Thank you, sorry.
It's okay. What was I saying? Yeah, and I spend a long time, but I always stand up and just walk a little bit. You know, even now talking to you, you know, I can do that. I mean, I'm sure you don't mind. You know, if I feel that I spend too much time, you know, just a little bit, you know, just stand up and just relax a little bit, or just turn, you know, just take 5 minutes break and do, because, you know, it's important not to stress our body. It's more important than anything. You know, just take little breaks.
And I have another question. Haven't I been relaxing in the wrong way all the time? Because, for example, I like to have my cup of coffee in the morning. I have an armchair there at the balcony, and I slouch and I enjoy my coffee. So that means that actually I'm doing something wrong to my body.
Yes.
So I have to change that as well.
Well, you know, the idea of relaxing is not just letting our body go, you know, and not controlling it. It's if you enjoy your coffee, I'm sure you'll enjoy your body. You know, actually, you see me sitting now. This is how I'm the most relaxed. It doesn't seem so, but now I'm relaxed because I don't have to use my muscles to stay like that. If I stay like that, I have to use my muscles, and I will get tired eventually. You know, of course, it depends on how fit is your body, because if you train a lot your body, of course you'll feel that later, because the muscles are fit and they are working to assist you in any position you are sitting, standing, or walking. But it's not okay. I mean, even if you're really fit, even if your muscles are, you know, trained, it's good to keep the natural position, the normal position, because that will cost you nothing in terms of effort, you know. And you will see in time, at the beginning, it's going to be hard and it's going to be painful, because you have to change, and you have and you have to always be aware, you know. Every time you go there and you say, oh my God, I'm so relaxed, you have to remember that you are not, and come back, you know, come back and just be, you know, take the natural position, and you will see the body learns pretty fast. So it's just observation and trying to change the habit, and then you will see that you just need just from time to time a reminder, just a checkout. You know, when you put it back, your body, you know, you put the good habit back in your body, you will see that after you will forget about that, and you will realize if something is not right. You'll become aware and say, okay, oh, I just lost it, and I have to bring it back, you know. But you have to do this exercise, you know. That's why I wanted to do. I give you those practical tasks, so you might actually do them, you know, during this module. Just do them and see how your body feels. And if it's good, just continue doing that. If it's not, probably it's not working for you. I don't know, but normally it should be good. It should be good. It should improve, you know, your state of mind and physical state. It should improve your position, you know, your alignment. And also if there are bigger problems, you know, like, I don't know, probably medical problems, just go see a doctor, you know, see a doctor, see a therapist, I don't know, a kinetic physician, or whatever. Do whatever it takes, because this is the body we have. We don't get another one, you know. We don't have spare parts. If something is broken, we don't have things, you know, parts to change it and just go on. Yeah.
I have one more question. This is related to sitting. The tendency that I have, and I assume this is also the wrong way. I have the tendency to put my hands here and probably my head here, and again probably the weight of my body goes here, and again it's not the right position. So I have to change. What would be the right sitting position? So like this, and the hands, where should they be? My hands.
You can place it on your knees, or you can place it on the desk. But you know, for example, now I'm placing my hands. Just a second. It's not going. I'm placing my hands on the desk, but not transporting my weight. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes I do that, but I don't get stuck in a position like that. You know, but I keep. It's like when you eat. You know, when you eat, you don't put all your body or your arms on the table. When you eat, you just sit straight and just let your your hands sometimes on the table, but most of the time you eat. You do something. Probably if you do something, you know, all the time. I mean, you find something to do and not get stuck in a position. Or if you feel sometimes, you know, you do that because it's your habit. It's okay, you do that. But when you realize, you know, you can realize after a second or after a minute. When you realize that you do that, just come back to the straight position. You know, don't stuck your body in one position, because the body is designed to move all the time. You know,
so there is nothing wrong if, for example, I gesticulate a lot. I have this tendency of using my hands a lot, so it's better if I use them like this instead of doing like
this. Exactly. Okay. And also, you know, this could be a sign that actually you are bored. You know, sometimes when you know you're aware, you're attentive, you participate. You know, you are there. And sometimes, you know, when our brain is trying to signal us that we should take a break, probably that's why you should realize which is the reason that you do that, you know. And if this is happening because you're sometimes getting bored, is not a shame. We all are, you know. And you do that when you're bored. Just change the habit. You know, if you are bored, just try not to be. I don't know, I'm joking, but you know, try to do something. You know, try to do something to that would actually help you regain your focus. Because if you do that, your head, you know, and or your neck are gonna press on your hand. You know, all the weight, you know, is gonna be outside your center, you know, and it's gonna become harder and harder for you to support. Actually, you feel like it's comfortable, but it's not. You know.
So thank you.
Then we have to manage our feelings and mind also, yes, to help.
Yes, of course. Yeah, all the time.
Because, you know, if we think that it's comfortable, it's our feeling, yeah, and we should manage it to understand that it's not comfortable and it's not good for your health.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's you know, it has to, you have to observe your body and observe how you react. You know, because when you actually do this exercise with yourselves, then you can do it with your students or with your audience, and you will see immediately, because you know how your body reacts when. And this is the most honest type of observation, because you know exactly why you are doing that. You know, because if I'm doing that at one point and I'm sitting like that, I admit I'm doing this because sometimes I get bored, you know, and when I get bored, I'm doing this, you know. But I know that, and I'm trying, first of all, because I always think about people around me, that they will notice and they will translate this and they will see and understand my state of mind. And all the time I'm trying to, I'm tired, I'm bored, but okay, let's give it another try, you know. And it's also, you know, it has so many it could have so many ramifications, you know, because actually your blood is not circulating right, you know, when you do all those, and that means that your brain is not oxygenating, you know, the oxygen is not going to the brain, because if I'm doing this all the time, look what's happening to my neck. See, that means that all this part, all those vessels on this part are just, you know, are just flushed, you know, and that means that my brain is not getting the oxygen that that it needs. And yes, I'll get more tired and more tired, and then I'm gonna be, you know, after a, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours class, I'm gonna be dead. You know, I'm gonna be like just crawling to get home. And also, why it's so important is because people are mimicking, you know, especially us as teachers. When we are in front of a class, we have to be aware that our students, they're gonna mimic our posture, the way we speak, you know, the way we behave, the way we perform, you know, especially I mean, this mimicking habit, actually it's a human trait, you know. I think it's one of the basic, actually the basic trait that makes us beings, because we have this in animals, you know, but we have also as human beings. And I don't want to get into, you know, the molecular mimesis and all this, because this is how our body is constructed, you know. Mimicking we learn things. I remember when you were kids, or observe children, you know, kids, toddlers, and you will see that everything in our first years of life, we do everything by mimicking the others. You know, we want to stand up because we see all the people around us that is standing up. Otherwise, probably we will be in four pose, you know, all our lives. Then we mimic the behavior of our mother or our father. It depends on who we like most, you know. But normally we mimic the behavior of a person that we like or dislike. You know, it's when we have strong feelings, we like very much something or we hate something, we tend to mimic or not, you know, or go that way or go the opposite way. So that is important, you know. Posture, above all this, you know, the health issues, it is important because it is how the people perceive you, how the people see you. You know, if I'm looking at a body who's like, you know, strained muscles, it's not very comfortable, I'm not gonna believe that person. You know, if a person cannot manage its own body, how can it manage my body or my brain? You know, and that's why it's important. And also, I told you to be aware that your student is gonna copy you, is gonna mimic what you do. You know, and also the audience. You know, if you go on stage and even if you are very nervous, but you go on stage and let's say act like you're in control,
Thanos.
Then the audience is going to believe you. The audience is going to come with you, you know, and believe you and be attentive. And you know, if you are stressed, if you are not very sure of yourself, if you know, then it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard to gain the attention of the public. Do you have any other questions related to this topic?
I have a question regarding the posture reset. Like, for example, I'm as a teacher, usually lots of time I'm standing in front of students, yes? Are there any recommendations? How many minutes, hours one person could stand like in a vertical position? And the posture reset, yes, after how many minutes should be like a combination? So did you understand my question?
Yeah, I think I did. If I didn't, you just let me know. But I think I did.
Usually, as far as I remember, I have read like the information about posture is that if you are sitting or if you are standing, usually, yes, it's a certain amount of hours or minutes you can stay or sit. But after a certain period of time, you need to change your posture. So what are these recommendations? For example, as a teacher or as a student, how many minutes he can stand like in a horizontal, a vertical position? Like, for example, I don't know if there are any recommendations. I can stand 1 hour and after 1 hour, I need to sit, like to change my posture position.
But I can't tell you precisely in a term of minutes or hours. But
are there any recommendations like?
I don't know. I can stand, for example. I can stand for hours, even if it's not very comfortable. But I can stand for hours. I used to do that because I've been a dancer. I've been a rehearsal. It is at least 4 hours, and not only standing but dancing and stuff. So I can stand, but that's why it's not a matter of minutes. It is a matter of knowing how your body feels. If you don't feel comfortable, just change the position whenever you feel like, and maybe, I don't know, maybe actually we were talking about this a bit earlier. Anytime you feel your weight is not where it's supposed to be, you feel like your legs are getting tired, change the position. Take a chair, sit on a chair, or just lean your body towards the wall if you feel like you cannot stand the weight and you are really tired. I'm normally, of course, if you have to, a trained body can sustain a longer time. But it's up to you, each one of you. You know better what your body needs. You know better when you get tired. And do something about it. If you are tired, even during the class, if I don't know, if sometimes I feel that I can't concentrate, I do take a break. Normally I have my classes are like 4 to 6 hours long. And when I feel that my brain is melting, because I have 10 students, each student with its own work, and sometimes I'm just, after 2 or 3 questions, totally differently related to topics, I feel like my brain is melting, and yes, I take a break. I just go outside, I don't know, for 2 minutes or 5 minutes. And probably smoke a cigarette, and then I come back and I'm fresh, and I take it from the beginning, But of course, you are in situation that you probably cannot do that. If you have a 2 hours class, probably you cannot take a break every 10 minutes when you feel tired. But you have to train your body to resist. If you know that you have 2 hours to stand or to sit on a chair, just get your body prepared for that. Train your body to sustain this time, to sustain the weight, to sustain the tiredness that can appear. I don't know. Did I answer your question? I don't have a precise time.
Okay, thank you. I will also try to read this information. Maybe I will find some recommendations. I'm wondering about from ergonomical point of view, which are the recommendations?
Sorry, say again. The recommendations, I didn't get it all the way.
From ergonomical point of view, maybe some recommendations exist, like how many minutes, how many hours, let's say a person, for example, if we speak about the seller who is selling mobile phones or some devices, yes? And there are some legislations which need to prescribe, he can be in a standing position, for an hour. And after this, he need to change his posture, or he need to be offered additional free time. So I will read by myself. Thank you.
Yeah, probably you'll find probably people, there are some, I don't know, people who did some research and they came to I don't know, a precise time that your body can support an action. I'm not aware of that, but if you find it, please share. It would be interesting. But in terms in terms of legislation, I think if that would have been a fact, I think we would have already had it. Because, you know, I think we would have in the, I don't know, the work code or whatever. I think we would have had it. You know, if we have like 40 hours per week that we have to work and 8 hours per day, probably they would put some more timelines for activities, you know. But even that, in terms of work, it's really different, because for us as teachers, one conventional hour is like two hours of teaching, or I don't know, it depends, probably it depends in each country. But here it's like that, you know. It depends on how many students you have. It depends, and also for the artists, it depends on the kind of art you're in. But your work time is different from the other. For me as a dancer, my work time is definitely shorter than any others. Because, you know, if I dance for an hour, that means that I did like 4 hours of sitting on a desk, I don't know, in an office or something. So that's why it's nothing, I don't think there's something so precise about that. But
the idea is that we should learn to listen to our body, because our body is the one telling us what to do, either to sit down or to stand up, to move, to become aware, right? Of
yes,
and probably to be in control of our body.
Yes, exactly. Our body is signaling us. Unfortunately, we tend to postpone helping our body. And when we actually take an action, it's most of the time it's too late. You know, if you think about, and I'm talking about now about diseases. I don't know if any of you has some chronic disease or something. And if you turn back the time and think about the signals that your body actually was giving to you, you realize that this disease was starting to install in your body long time before you realized, you know, because the body is signaling us all the time, from the smallest things to the biggest thing. But are we able to and understand that? Are we able to listen to our body and to say, oh, stop now, just for a little while, stop, rewind, and do it better, you know? But all this discussion about, you know, how we get along with our bodies, it is because of that, you know, because if we know our body, that means that we are in control. If we train our body, that means that our body can resist longer doing sustained activities, you know. So yes, you normally probably you teach like 2 hours, but maybe once in a while you're in a situation when you had to stay in front of the class or an audience for, I don't know, let's say 4 hours instead of 2. So all this, you know, 2 hours that you usually do should be a training for when you have a longer time to spend doing something else. It's about being prepared all the time, to be prepared, you know. Any other questions? Do you want me to play those videos? You can see them on the platform. So I'm not, I don't like very much seeing myself, especially that. Okay. So yeah, if you want, I can play them, but why wasting the time? I think
Yeah, we can do it ourselves.
Yeah, you can do it yourselves. And if you have questions about the videos and the material in the videos, just pop up a question and I will answer. So do you have other questions or other thoughts about this posture thing?
Well, I was a bit late to join you and I didn't hear the first part of your lecture. That's why I cannot ask questions, but maybe I will read the material and understand.
Yes, please do. Please read the material and let me know if I can come with some clarifications, because I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna start all over again.
I understand, but I asked you a question. I just wrote it in the chat that I thought I sent my video yesterday evening. I hoped you got it. Now I saw that there is the remark failed. It means you didn't get any videos. What does it mean, failed?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I made a video yesterday as you asked
Yes.
us. I uploaded it on Google Drive and tried to send you the link. I put the link on my page and I thought that's over. Now I opened my page and I saw that it says it failed. You don't have any mark and it's not scored.
I don't know. I think you should better ask Elena.
Okay.
Because I think she's honestly she's more technical than me. I admit it. I entered on the platform yesterday, and okay, it's pretty friendly. But in terms of uploading and stuff like that, I didn't try that. So in this moment, I really don't know. But I think Elena will help you with that.
Thank you.
Dear participants, if your statute now is failed, it means that your homework was checked, and but there was nothing added. So you didn't uploaded the link properly, or you just sent an empty mail or something like this. And in order to make you able to pass to the next topic, because if the teacher didn't check your homework, you cannot move ahead. So we accepted this, and you can watch the next video, but your homework is failed because it was empty. So please try again to upload your video.
I wonder if there are some people, some participants here who uploaded correctly and got a score or what?
Yes. We have many participants who uploaded correctly their homework. They opened the access to the videos and everything is going okay with them. But maybe some technical problems can persist. I accept this. And if you meet such problems, please make the print screen or photos and or describe in detail which problems you met, in order to make IT specialists able to help you. In upcoming future, I will provide an specific mail address where you can send all your requests.
I thought you said when we can send our videos. No?
No, your videos should be uploaded on the platform, because on the platform we have a good statistic: who entered, when entered, how did, when did, why did not. So once you passed the exam, you didn't, you spent much time on this, and maybe it's a reason to improve the lecture, etc. So we have a couple of indicators which will be discussed further on with the instructors as well.
Thank you.
And yes, about this checking your homework, it is my fault because I didn't have time today to enter on the platform and do that. But eventually it was taken care of.
And one more, I just posted the tutorial how to upload the videos so you can see it.
Thank you. I thought I followed it and I thought it was successful, but it turned out to be a failure. I don't know why. Thank you.
You're welcome. Andrea, could you just tell us about another work to do, homework? I mean, describe it. What to do. Yeah. You told that we should record 1 minute stop.
Yes.
Like we did also. And to describe what?
To describe your experience and what you discovered about your body after completing the practical tasks. You know, the walking, then checking out your posture and all this, and to talk about what you discovered, if you have problems or not, if it was useful or not. I don't know, whatever you feel like. Connected to the posture, of course.
Sure. Sure.
So
Andrea, thank you, because I have just realized that how important is our body, especially in such period of pandemic, when we are sitting a long time behind
in front of
the chairs, and all of us, I think almost all of us have spine problems, pain in spine. So your recommendation was really on place.
Well, I'm glad it's helpful, because actually that was my purpose. Apart from, you know, this communication part, actually the health part was as important as the communication part, because we need to keep our body healthy, you know. So we can use it. I mean, to you know, we can work with a broken tool.
Yeah,
we cannot work with a broken tool, you know. So this is our body, you know. And I told you, as I told you before, this is what we get. We don't get another one. We don't get to change it on the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it is really important, because actually that's why I've never been so interested, apart from, you know, my own profession. I've never been so interested in that, but during this last year with the pandemics and everything, I realized that lots of people have problems, you know. And that's why I thought, when actually I started to write this module, I think it's important, even with the pandemic or not, or, you know, staying at home or being active. It's important to realize that our body has to be healthy, that our body has to support everything we want to do, you know. So that's why it's good to keep, you know, to keep close to our body, not just ignore it and okay, it's there, I know it's there, I can feel it, you know. It's yeah, actually it's because it's so at hand, you know. It's something that we always wear. We tend to forget about it, you know. It's like when you know, you love someone, that person lives with you in the same house, and at one point you just forget that person is there. You know, but you have to remember it's here. Yeah. It's here, and we have to keep it sane and healthy.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm actually now getting a little bit frustrated because I would have loved to do this like in person. You know, it would have been so efficient to actually show you some things. You know, really not very complicated things. Not I don't know which corporate philosophy, but really simple things, practical things that would help you a lot. But hopefully, who knows? Hopefully, maybe someday we will do it in person.
Yeah, we hope so.
Our friends.
Will be.
Yeah, let's be optimistic.
Sure.
The one conclusion I can say that we have to start following our body and to listen it.
Yeah, exactly.
And find out if there is some signals.
Yes, that's exactly practical task in your home assignment.
I have a very quick question.
Okay,
here.
so I guess correctly. Thanks.
Yes, please do.
I understand all these factors, but what about the main factors such as age? Because the aging factor might not be so comfortable. We might not feel that comfort with any posture, or we might only want to sit. I don't know. I'm just curious if you don't have that energy and you are more laid back so you cannot take breaks. It doesn't make any sense. And when someone is, I don't know, 70, 80 years old, does it work with them?
Well, I don't know. I never tried that, but I know people at that age who are really active, are still, you know, their brain is still functioning. You know, they are really sharp. Of course, the body is aging, and there's nothing we can do to stop this. But if we are good friends with our bodies, the body will actually try to be, you know, to keep up and not to decay so fast. You know, of course, we talk about what we eat. We talk about if we consume alcohol or cigarettes, or, you know, all these factors that actually come to hurry the decay of the body. But it's also not forcing your body, apart from, you know, the factors, the pollution, everything that's around us, you know, which they all these the external factors, they have a huge impact on the body and makes our body actually age sooner than it used to be, like 30 years ago or 40 years ago. But I don't know, if we take care of our body, he will, you know, the body will actually prolong its and I know it sounds like a fairy tale, but you know, I don't know. May I ask you, how old are you?
I'm 37.
37 or 47?
37.
37. Well, it's weird that you already think about aging.
I have a lot of people around me who are quite, so they are 80, 90, and they are not happy with just going out, or even in this period of pandemic, they are really, their health situation with all this sitting at home is getting worse. So they don't feel comfortable anymore to do the activities they were able to do like 2 years ago. I don't know, maybe it's just them. It's just sad topic.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is, and it is happening, but you know, it's if they cannot do it, maybe you can do it for them. You know, just be a good sport and try to walk, or I don't know, do anything to keep them, you know, spirited and fresh as much as they can, of course, at this age. I don't know, sometimes when somebody cannot help itself, you know, cannot do something for himself, that's why we have friends, you know, friends and family. And you know, I'm the kind of person that I actually like to intervene when when I see that someone is not in the best shape. Well, actually, I'm telling to all my friends now, come on, go work out, do something. I'm not doing it, but I'm telling everybody to do.
Yeah, but the thing is that they prefer not to move at all, like sitting, maybe be entertained. They can communicate, their mind works almost perfect, but the body is not that responsive, and they just prefer to be I don't know, not active.
Yeah, well, this is a decision, you know, probably that should be more suited for a therapist, you know, probably could be, you know, like a depression or something.
My question was actually regarding feeling comfortable, like you have to, your body should be comfortable. And I'm not sure if that's about the comfort or just low energy, I don't know. Because sometimes you have a back pain, even I have a back pain because I have the sitting working hours, but I'm not sure what's happening with the age, so that was the question. I'm not sure exactly, because nobody is talking about it. They're just like they said, that's it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's getting harder with the age, and the pain is harder to support, you know, to deal with. But as I said, you know, I think that would be a problem for a therapist, or because, you know, my mother, for example, she's 70, and she's not very active. She's not like she's walking like, I don't know, 45 kilometers per day, but
is it possible?
Yeah, well, it is possible. I mean, there are people who are doing this. My mother doesn't, but even if she's sedentary, but she always tries to, you know, to go out to buy something, to go from here to there, and you know, and she's living alone because I'm living in a different city, but she's okay, you know, mentally, and she doesn't refuse to, you know, to move. Or of course I can compare 70 with 90, you know, because actually it is a huge difference, and I understand that, but I don't know, it's about willing to do, you know, and if they are not willing to do, probably that should be better taken care by I told you, by a therapist, you know. Probably it's something else there.
I raise my hand to make a recommendation. I have just recently read an article by Snyder. It's Hope Theory, the Rainbows in the Mind. And I think it can somehow be helpful in this respect. It has nothing to do with the posture, but with just, you know, understanding the importance of hope and what hope is. So for me, it was an interesting discovery, just a recommendation.
Yeah, just share it if you have a link or something. Yeah, but what I can tell you for sure is that if you are an active person, you'll have chances to remain an active person, even if you get older, or you know, sometimes the pain is excruciating. But if you start, and you're getting used to be in motion, but probably it's easier when you get older. So, shall we talk about breathing? Because it's in close connection with the posture, and everything else. And yes, you want, or you are too tired?
Sure we do.
So I'll do the same thing. I'll just tell you things from the written material, just the important things, and then we will discuss other things related to. So, okay, apart from, breathing being actually the engine of life, isn't it? Because if we stop breathing, that means we are stop living. Even so, again, another action that we actually do really often, and it's something that it's imprinted in our body. It is possible to actually do it wrong. So what is important for you to understand is that the way you breathe has an impact on the body, because breathing correctly can regulate important functions, like heart rate or blood pressure. And of course, it's not. We are talking about this kind of, the correct breathing in a normal, healthy situation. Of course, breathing doesn't become a medicine when it is a medical problem, but we can prevent. We can prevent. We can make it right, not together, to have blood pressure problems or heart problems. So as I told you first time we met, the correct breathing is to breathe in through your nose, to send the air all the way to the inferior lobes of the lungs, and then to exhale or to breathe out through your mouth. Because normally people tend to stop the air flux right here in the chest. So that means that almost half of our lungs is not going to be well irrigated, and the oxygen transfer and the CO2 that comes back and goes out is not going to be balanced. It's not going to be like really functional. So don't forget, when you breathe, don't forget to actually inhale as much air as you can through your nose, and then send all this air to all the way to your lungs, and then breathe out. So I told you also about the diaphragm, which is the most important, the primary muscle that sustains breathing. And it is a muscle that's it's really important to be trained. If we stop the air here, of course our diaphragm works, because if the diaphragm doesn't work, breathing will not happen. But also it has to be trained properly. So because the diaphragm, apart from breathing, it sustains our balance. It's also one of the muscles that's important for balance in the body, and also for maintaining posture. Because if we slouch, for example, that means that we press the diaphragm. So that means that breathing would be hard to do, if we slouch. When we breathe, we cannot actually let the lungs, and the thoracic cavity expand and then contract and go back to its place. So see the connection with the bad and good posture. So it's also a matter of getting rid of the bad habit, you know, the wrong way to breathe, and to put on your body the good way to breathe. And that's why I gave you a practical task that I would like you to do it every day during the module, because I'm genuinely interested on the last day. If you do this every day, I'm interested on the last day if you can actually see a difference, and in those days you actually manage to change the way you breathe. I'm really interested in that, and for that I gave you a practical task. I give you, actually, it's a sort of diaphragmatic breathing that is called deep breathing, and you can do it while lying on your back or sitting on a chair or whatever, sitting or lying down, and place your hand here under the thoracic cavity on your stomach, and when you breathe in, your hand should raise up, you know, your abdomen, because of the air that goes deep into the lungs, should move your hand, you know. I mean, when you breathe, your hand should move and then go back. Okay, so this is the test that you actually send the air where it needs to be sent. So do this exercise. Here I give you on the practical task, try to do it for each action to take 4 seconds. And that means 4 seconds breathing in, 4 seconds breathing out. You know, keep the air 4 seconds and then breathe out for 5 seconds. Sorry, I said 5 seconds because for some people it works. For me, it works with 5 seconds, but you can also try 4 seconds for each action. Okay, but not
I'm
faster.
sorry, for the smokers, it's the same.
I am a smoker. I am a smoker. Yes, it's the same. Of course, if you cannot, well, you should be really careful not to hyperventilate. I mean, make sure when you breathe in, then to breathe out. Actually, give all the air out of the lungs, and then start a new cycle. Okay, so if you feel like you probably you will not manage from the first attempts, you know, probably you will need some time to adjust and to manage to do this exercise, you know, like 4 seconds or 5 seconds per action. But please, I'm begging you, do it, because I'm really interested if it works on you, because I know it works on me, it works on my students. I know that because this is something that I actually do with my students. But I'm interested if it works for people who are not actually, they don't need too much, you know, lung capacity for normal tasks. But it's also because doing that and imprinting the correct kind of breathing, you will see that actually in time this will help you again not get tired so fast, because actually when you breathe correctly, you're not going to be in the situation when you actually lose your breath, or losing your breath could be recovered easier, you know. So do this exercise, train your diaphragm, and then you will see after several days if actually your respiration improves when you move. when you move, when you don't move, but especially when you move. And also don't forget, so try to do this exercise. I'll say at least 10 minutes per day. Okay, so take 10 minutes or 15 minutes. If you want to do it for a longer time, it's not a problem. You can do it in the morning or in the evening when you go to bed. And you actually will see that the same exercise, when you go to bed and your body actually is preparing for sleep, that will give you, will help you detach from everyday tasks. And actually sleep should improve. Sleeping should be improved. If you do it in the morning, you will see that actually it energizes you. It has the opposite. It has the opposite function. It depends on what are you prepared to do next. So please do this exercise, okay? Do it. I advise you to do it lying down. Not sitting on a chair or whatever. If you feel comfortable just sitting on a chair or lying down. And first, try to see this hand trick. Try to see if you send the air on the lower lobes of the lungs. And when you see that this is actually working, and the air is not stopping here on the chest, then proceed to this exercise and count 5. When you breathe in, 5, keeping the air in the lungs, and 5, letting the air out, breathing out. So I wrote here in the course that if you feel dizzy or if you feel like yawning, it's perfectly normal. And you'll see that the dizziness will disappear after a day or 2 if you actually do the exercise. It's not a dizziness that actually will be present all day long or all night. It's just after the first few breaths you're gonna feel dizzy, and then breathing is you're just gonna recover. It's not something permanent. And doing this exercise.
Andrea.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking that you have you stopped to discuss. So please go ahead, and afterwards I will come back because I have one question and I wanted to ask this.
Yeah, please do.
I'm really these are really, great advices for our first target group, teaching staff, yeah. But for the really final target group, our students who should present their ideas, business ideas in front of investors, how they need to keep themselves, how to train their bodies, their postures, and so on.
Well, this is exactly what we are discussing here, because you have to train and you have to be aware if your body has a problem, and to try to repair it, try to make it work. And that's why I'm talking about. I know probably it seems too technical and not having an outcome, but actually it is, because if you teach your students how to breathe, especially when I don't know, if you are in the situation when let's say during an exam and you have a student that's actually really emotional and just cannot concentrate, and is very nervous, and just cannot relax and go through the exam, what do? You just telling him that is stupid and should get out, or you try to calm the person down and make that person comfortable, so that person could actually do what is supposed to do.
Yes, sure. We are trying to relax him or her and try to find the point when he became a little bit not so concentrated. Yeah, true. I mean,
and so you have to know, but until you're practicing this to yourself, it's hard to see it in other people. It's hard to have something practical to actually give to a person who's in this situation. You know, so that's why we are talking about all this, even really technical stuff. But it's good. It's good for, you know, if me as a teacher, I feel responsible for my students. So if something happens with one of my, I have to be prepared. You know, I have to be prepared and to react, and to be there to, you know, to not let the situation become worse or whatever. So that is what I have to be prepared. So that's why, you know, I'm even I go home and, you know, sometimes I realize that I wasn't breathing the whole day. You know, it's happening. But I'm going home and I'm actually listening to what I'm telling you to do, you know, and it's also a good lesson for me, because I remember all those things, and I'm actually doing them, you know, and I'm going home and you know, I started to be more calm. And, you know, for example, now I told them earlier, I started I was in the university at 8:30 in the morning. I started at 9. I had exams for like 7 hours, you know, and now I'm with you, and I'm still, you know, I'm still alive and kicking. So that is why I'm talking, you know, because you may be in the situation, of course, to help your students, you know, to relax or to perform better or to increase attention, you know, because breathing can do that, you know, breathing correctly can do that. If you learn, if you teach your students how to breathe correctly, which is easy, it's such a simple thing, you will have you know, more attentive students, more involved, more. So all this has an outcome, an important outcome. So that's why we are talking about.
Agree.
And I'm boring you with the technical details, because
I just wanted to. I just wanted to pay attention of our audience also that these rules are applicable equally for themselves and for the final target group with whom they are going to work. This was my purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
thanks a lot.
So it's the same, you know, because first you have to train, like when you are sitting, you know, lying down or whatever, in a not in a dynamic posture, but also you have to start training your body to actually support movement. Because we are in the situation of walking and talking, or moving, doing things, physical things, and talking at the same time. And it's, you know, the moment when you lose your breath, that becomes a really, really stressing moment, because you know, our limbic system, that's responsible with all the primal responses from our body, you know, it's sending us the signal, and we start to panic. You know, when we are out of breath, we start to panic. So we have to train our body so we are not getting in the situation when we are out of breath and we cannot control. So things are just could go according to the plan. So also if you feel like, okay, this is now it depends on how athletic each of you are, but it's also good to start after you do this exercise and you learn how to breathe correctly, and then you see that actually the good habit is installed in your body. Start to do that not only when you concentrate, when you focus on breathing only, but try to see when you start doing other activities, how is your breathing? You know, if you still keep this action correctly done, and then start with like heavier training, you know, like running on the spot or walking fast, and see how much time do you need to recover after an effort like that, or how long does it take until you feel you can control your breath. You know, also observe, because this is very different from one person to the other. You know, there are people who are trained and can walk for 10 minutes and not get tired and keep breathing and not having short breath. And there are people who are, I don't know, they are taking 2 steps and they are tired and they just cannot talk and breathe. And so observe which type of person you are. Observe how your body reacts, and do this exercise. You know, first focus on breathing, and then take this correct way of breathing and put it in action. You know, when you walk, when you move from one point to the other, when you run, if you run, and try not to lose control and awareness over your body, because it is a moment when our limbic system is sending the panic signal. We tend to lose the awareness over our body. We tend to let out the control, to give up to the control of the body. And that's an important moment when actually our body is randomly trying to adjust, but our brain is in that moment is out of focus. I don't know if you understand which kind of situation I'm talking about. There are moments when you just lose it. I mean, when you are after a sustained effort, and you just don't you feel you think only on recovering your breath and nothing else, and that's a moment when accidents could happen. I don't know if anybody experienced that, or you understand what I'm talking.
You know, I think emotional intelligence is also very important at this moment, to manage our emotions and give the straight way.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's very important. Yes, it is. You know, this emotional intelligence is also
and how active is our amygdala and this.
Yeah, exactly. It is a matter of awareness. You know, because we cannot be emotionally intelligent if we are not aware. Sure. What we do with our body, how we breathe, how we move, how how it depends on that we also gain in coordination. You know, coordination is very important in if we speak about awareness. You know, coordination, it's awareness actually. Because if I can do, you know, at the same time I'm talking and I'm also drinking, but I'm also, I don't know, I remember that I forgot something, you know, this is also coordination, but also is our brain who's functioning, dissociating, you know, but at the same time coordinating. But it's okay, but I don't want to go into the neurological stuff, and because this is a vast territory to cover. Let's stick to breathing. You know, let's stick to. So when you feel, you know, when you feel that you are out of breath, and especially when you have to deliver a speech, or is exactly what I'll tell you exactly what I said I don't know, 2 days ago. First of all, you have to pace yourself. You have to take time to breathe, not to rush in, not to, if I'm tired, I don't know, I'm just you know, coming up the stairs, and you know, after 2 floors, and I have to, you know, to get on the stage and start deliver something, the speech or something. It's nobody dies if you take 2, 3, 5 seconds, a minute to just breathe and to recompose yourself, and then, you know, and have time to adjust your brain and your body for the action that you are about to perform next, you know. And also when you are during a speech, or during I don't know, a lecture or whatever, a class, if along this action you feel like sometimes you get tired, or just take a moment to breathe, take a moment to think what to do next, take a moment to, you know, just to contain your body, to realize if you are still in control or not, if your mind is wandering elsewhere, just bring it back and get, you know, be aware of the situation you are in. So it's this kind of control, it has to be permanent. Of course we are getting tired sometimes and we lose it, but at least in the key moments. And it's also a matter of training. You know, I have a student, when he came in the first year, he told me that he has trouble, problems with the concentration, and he has a short span for concentration. And he was trying to explain to me that he has ADHD and whatever. And I convinced him to trust me that it's not a matter of ADHD or other problem like that. It is just a matter of educating your brain to function in a certain way. And we managed to increase this span of attention. And he started to be, you know, he started to work for an hour without needing a break or something. And that was in, I don't know, 1.5 years, and that half a year was the pandemic, and we were at home. So, you know, it's about educating your body, training your body to perform all the time. This is something permanent. We have to be trained. We have to be prepared for what we have to do. So I have some advices here. How to control a situation, you know, when you have to, you know, perform more actions at the same time, and especially when you are in front of an audience. Well, actually what I told you already, you know, don't rush your speech, gestures, or movement when you are out of breath. You know, especially if that happens on the stage. It could be, I don't know, it could happen to be in front of an audience and to be really tired at one point, I don't know, to make 2 or 3 steps and to feel like you're out of breath. It's not a problem. Just take a time to recompose yourself, you know, because if you start to rush your speech or gesture, or it would be hard to follow and really sad to watch. You know, be in control all the time. And if that means that you have to, you know, just take a moment to breathe, just take a moment to breathe. It's okay. Nobody dies. So do not precipitate. Take time to gain control over breathing in any situation. Do not hold your breath during sustained effort. You know, this is the kind of training actually that you actually should do. You know, because we tend, when we do some sustained effort, we tend to hold our breath, and then when we have to breathe, it's getting worse actually, because you know, our heart starts to pump faster, the blood is circulating faster, and you know, we're going to be in the situation when actually our chest will be jumping up, and it's going to be harder to control. So try to train and to breathe during training, during movement, all the time. Even at the beginning, it's going to be hard, but in time, it's gonna become comfortable. Of course, prepare for a situation like that before it happens by exercising and maintaining your body in a good shape. It is important. It's the most important thing, to be prepared. Okay, proper breathing, increase brain activities like mental focus and clarity. It's good for stress reduction, better control over body reaction. Proper breathing improves performance, enhance posture, reduce pain, balance pressure, blood pressure. Proper breathing improves both movement efficiency and energy efficiency. And I keep on talking about this efficiency, but it is essential that everything we do is efficient, so we don't waste more energy, or I don't know, more resources that we actually need for a movement, being, I don't know, either simple movement or a complex movement. So you have here a practical task for breathing. So don't overlap those. I know it's a lot of information. Don't overlap them. So you have the practical tasks and home assignment for posture. And now we talk about the practical task and home assignment for breathing. So you have that exercise. Yes, 5 seconds breathe in, 5 seconds keep the air in, and 5 seconds breathe out. Check if your hand is moving. Okay, so that means the air goes deeper in your lungs. So that was the first practical task. So now we are at the second practical task. That says practice, move and talk, and analyze your body reaction. When do you start to feel out of breath? How much time do you need to recover? Can you control your voice and gestures while moving? So please do this exercise and try to actually time it, you know, to time it, to see, okay, I started to talk and walk, or talk and run, and it took me like, I don't know, 3 seconds or 20 seconds or I don't know, 1 minute, until I started to feel that actually I'm starting to lose my breath, to be out of breath. And then after you stop, you know, and also keep doing the exercise and try to balance the breathing, and try to see if this breathing, the way we talked about it at the first practical task, it's actually working, and it's actually helping you gain control over your body and over breathing. And after that, when you stop, time and see how much time do you need to recover. Okay, so these are just, you know, we are playing with us with these tasks. Is nothing very hard to do. And see, the most important is when you feel that you're out of control, out of breath, just try to observe how you are reacting. You know, how is your voice? How is your gesture? If I don't know, if something's happening, if you feel like dropping out and doing nothing, I don't know. So observe all these things. And of course, the home assignment is to realize a video recording talking about this experience, you know, showing what you've discovered and how you think you can improve your corporal habits. Okay, so do those exercises, see how your body reacts, and then talk about it, what you discover about your body. And as I will repeat that, I will ask you to do this exercise, breathing exercise, to do it every day until the end of the module, because I'm interested in I'm interested in your evolution, if any, in this situation. So let me know if there's something not clear or you need something more about.
I guess everything is crystal clear.
Oh my God.
So when we will have our third Zoom?
Sorry, please repeat.
When we will have our third Zoom? The day after? Tomorrow?
Your what?
The third Zoom meeting.
Oh, the third Zoom meeting. Yes, we're gonna have it on Friday, I think. Just let me check.
Oh, Friday. Okay, Friday.
I think it's on Friday.
And timing will be the same, like the evening?
No, actually I understood that for you it works 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The 15 hours is gonna be, it's better for you?
No, we have courses.
Oh my God, somebody lied to me. Yes, actually, this is something that I discussed with my colleague Raluca yesterday, and she told me that a general time that's convenient for most of you, it's 3 in the afternoon. 3, I'm talking 3 my time. So for some of us,
is it possible to? Oh, sorry.
It's not important.
Is it possible to stick to like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Romanian time? Because I believe this is, for most of us, it's the after work or after classes period.
For me, it's okay. 5 p.m. it's okay. If it's okay for you too.
I mean, most of us have class days or job.
It is better 5 and 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
5 o'clock is better for us.
So we will talk to Elena and
yeah, I guess Elena will figure it out.
Yeah. So for me, from now on, it's so difficult the schedule. Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay in the afternoons. I'm really okay in the afternoons. So if you want it, if it's better for you to change it the start time to 5 o'clock, I'm up for it. I'm okay.
Personally, for me, Friday afternoon hurts, but whatever.
So if you want, we can keep this Friday on the 10th. We can start at 3 if it's okay.
Yes, maybe. I don't know. For me, yes.
It's okay for everybody. Friday, the next Zoom meeting on Friday the 10th. It's okay for everybody to start at 3. in the afternoon?
Yes.
I don't believe
Yes,
it
it's
is
no
possible
problem.
for everybody.
Yes, for me
It's
it's no
impossible.
problem.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
This Friday, it's okay.
Okay, it's
So the majority.
For me, is not okay.
Okay, so we keep. Okay, if most of you are okay with this time, so we keep it next meeting on Friday, the 10th of September. We start at 3.
It's 3?
From,
At 3 o'clock?
Yeah, from 3 till 6.
Till 6. It's on Romanian time, yeah?
It's
Romanian
4
time.
o'clock, yes.
In Georgia, it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, for Romania and Moldova, it's going to be 3 o'clock, and for Armenia and Georgia, it's going to be 4 o'clock. I think.
yes,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we do that, and actually, we will see for the next week. Yeah, it's if it's working for you, we can switch from 3 to 5. Okay. Everybody happy?
Let us breathe.
Because next week is we are going to see each other every day on Zoom. So yeah, no problem. If it's 5 or if it's 3, for me it works in the afternoon.
Okay, thank
Good.
you.
Everybody happy now. Okay, so what I wanted to ask is to read on the written course, to read the relaxation for tomorrow, and also watch the video, because tomorrow we are not gonna meet on Zoom. And for Friday, I put actually I scheduled this meeting especially to like draw a conclusion about the topics that we discussed this week. So the meeting on Friday is going to be about your evaluation test, you know, the partial evaluation test. Also, if you need you have more questions, so anything you want to know related to the topics, or the connection between the topics, you know, because we have posture, breathing, and relaxation. Yeah, is relaxation. You're gonna have to read it for tomorrow, and to see the practical tasks and to do them. Okay, and also the home assignment. And on Friday, you just make sure that you post your homeworks. And also, if there's anything else to talk, or there are things that you want to know more than you already now know, we're gonna take care of this on Friday. And now I want you to tell me, related to breathing, if you want to know more, if you have some thoughts or some questions. Does it, I don't know, does it make sense? I mean, have you ever thought about this? Or at least after now that I told you about this correct breathing, is there an observation about yourself that you can share with us, or I don't know?
Actually, when you were introducing us the technique, I immediately thought of this common technique in meditation in yoga. And it's very common to do this breathing, like to count up to 4 or 5 and to hold again, like however you mentioned. And actually, I started meditating quite recently, and I realized that this simple breathing technique might be seriously helpful, especially when you're distressed. And yes, about the dizziness, I do get dizzy. And I didn't understand why, because this is supposed to help me. But all of a sudden you become dizzier, and I think it's because of you have too much oxygen, and it's perfectly normal for the body, for the head to get a little bit dizzy. But the more you do, the more accustomed and used you become to this technique, and it becomes really helpful, and it serves for your relaxation. And thanks for sharing this.
Оля, позвони, пожалуйста. Спасибо.
Sorry, you wanted to say something more? Sorry, I had the feeling that I interrupted you.
Oh,
but
no, absolutely no.
Sharing,
I just put a message. Yeah, thank you.
So how do you deal with the dizziness?
Actually, there is nothing much you can do when it's the first period of breathing and doing this technique. You need to do it a couple of times during the day, and it's better to do it when you're lying down. Your body's relaxed. You don't have some people around you or some noise, or white noise at least. So yeah, when you're lying down, you have absolutely nothing else to do. It works best. But this is meant to help you during the day when you're distressed. I work at a university. I have classes during different hours within a day. So I go to a certain corner where there is nobody. It can be in the next to the stairs or in between the aisles. I just want to be alone. I listen to some music and I start to breathe out, breathe in, and it helps me a lot.
Oh, nice. It's nice that you actually are doing this on your workplace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I realized that most of the stress is connected to of course, the workplace, in case of everybody. And if you understand it, that you might find some little corners for yourself in the proximity of the workplace, that place starts to become less unpleasant to you in terms of stress. And you change your conception and perception of the stress.
So do you feel that in connection with your students? Did you notice how they were, I don't know, perceiving you before you started to do these meditation exercises, and how did it change? Did anything change?
Sure, it changed not only in relation to the students, but also to I'm also translating. I'm an interpreter, and in relation to my clients, my family members, why not? My friends, people who I communicate with on a daily basis. I become more self-aware, first of all. So I'm talking, and I have become a much better listener. I observe the situation, the environment, and I'm having more meaningful communication, meaningful talks with everybody. And I think it's actually thanks to meditation, because there have been lots of things in everybody's lives in Armenia too. So it's impossible to live in stress 24 hours when the conditions for the stress are much favorable than for the rest. So you need to do it on your own. You need to take control of the situation on your own. Otherwise, the conditions for the stress are going to thrive more.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And
thank you.
I'm happy. I envy you, but I'm also happy for you that you actually find the time to do that. I wish I could do that.
I think you can do that too, because it doesn't take more than 5 minutes for me to do it during the day. I just find it like I found it really helpful. That is the motivation for me to continue doing it. Otherwise, I would give up doing it from the second or the third day.
Yeah, but actually, what did you think at the beginning when before you started to do that? What did you had some misconceptions about about this breathing technique and meditation?
Of course, I was skeptical about it. I thought that this is some technical thing everybody tells everybody else to do, but nobody benefits from the technique. Yeah, but if you do not indulge in the situation, in the technique, if you do not devote yourself to it, you will never understand whether it's working for you or not. But most of all, you need to, I started doing guided meditation. And first of all, I had issues with trusting the voices that started to guide me. But then the moment I trusted the voice, by the way, the languages also matter. I started doing this guided meditation on Netflix. I changed from English into Russian. And it's turned out that I am a specialist of English. I watch all the movies and talk shows and everything on English, but the meditation works for me in Russian. I have absolutely no idea why. Maybe because of the language, the language of my childhood is Russian. I mean, the languages of the cartoons and everything of the TV programs were Russian. This could be the deep explanation, subconscious explanation. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Has a different vibration, and you're more perceptive to that than English.
Yeah. I see that someone is writing that better go for yoga, your spine and breathing would be perfect. I do agree, but I'm a little bit lazy bone, and meditation is easier for me than the yoga, because you can meditate in your university, in your workplace, but for yoga you need like more dedication, more space, and I don't know, the mat, and no people, definitely no people staring at you.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that at the relaxation course, because it works different for any of us. It's everybody has to find what works for, I mean, not always what works for me works for you, or, for another 10 people. I don't know.
Definitely. I'm actually looking forward for the relaxation course.
Yeah. So any other thoughts? Any other comment? Observation about yourself or about anything else? Well, if everything is into its right place, then I don't know.
Doar o clipă să închețunetă, dar să nu pricep și cum să încheie.
Că se înțelege că sunt ăstrăveți.
Am o formare de 8 săptămâni.
Vă auzim, să știți, aveți microfonul deschis.
În pandemie au fost vreo 16 kg, 126-128 la moment. Da, dar eu nu-mi dă voie să urc pe cântar să văd. Deci
Doamna Fope, închideți, vă rog frumos, microfonul.
Is this Romanian or Moldovan language?
Yes, it is Romanian, yes.
Romanian, okay. Nice to hear different languages.
We are two different countries, but we share the same language.
We are lucky.
Yes, very lucky. Okay, so I'll see you next time. If there's nothing else to say, no thoughts, no, I don't know, nice farewell to share with everybody. No. I thank you for your attention and your attendance. And we'll meet again on Friday. So
Thank you so much.
take care and see you then. Bye.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.